What's up guys, NepentheZ here and welcome back to another episode of Ruin Randomer. Today guys, we've got another super juiced team and trust me, some of the stats on these players are insane. We're going to take a look at the in-game stats on a couple of the players, mainly Gareth Bale there, sorry, before we get on to him, Steven Gerrard as well. And I also want to take a look at the in-game stats of Robin van Persie. But before we get into the game, guys, if you would like to purchase any FIFA Ultimate Team coins, check out utcointraders.com. Their link is in the description, a very fast and reliable service. But let's take a brief look through this team. It's the BPL team with the season team. It is fully juiced, 10 stat cards on everyone. Of course, some people raised the question, how do I get so much boost on them? You need to have the coaches, every single coach, so you actually get an extra bonus. You get a 50% bonus, so you actually get 15 stat points on every single position. Petr there looks insane, 90s everywhere except speed at 65, but that's a crazy good goalkeeper card. Zabaleta, the worst rated card in the team, he still has 90s everywhere except shooting, even a 99 thrown in there for defending and 98 up at heading. Jan Vertonghen's got a serious card, he's got 90s in all the attributes, 99 in 3 and the low 90s in the other 3. Pretty crazy. Rio Ferdinand, 99 defending and heading, 93 passing. He actually seems to have like a much worse card than Jan Vertonghen. Like his shooting is way lower, his dribbling way lower, his pace way lower, but still crazy good card there. And then Leighton Baines completes the defense with 90s everywhere and looks really good, the Leighton Baines card. Into the Steven Gerrard card, and this is why I want to look at his card in the actual in-game, guys. 92 pace, 99s everywhere down the middle, defending at 95 and heading at 97. My God, that looks insane. Eden Hazard, guys, at right midfield, 499s there, 82 heading and 69 defending, but he's got 99s in all the important stats, so hopefully he's going to be a joy to play with. And Juan Mata, very much the same, 99s everywhere in the top 4 and defending and heading just a little bit lower. If we compare the two cards, there's actually not that much difference between them. Hazard has got 4 stat points better than Mata in defending. Mata's got 3 stat points better than Hazard in heading. So they're very similar cards in that sense. And then we got Gareth Bale at left midfield. And look at that. 99 in all the top 4 positions. 96 defending and 94 heading. He is literally the most complete player. I'm going to be looking at Ronaldo in the next episode, guys. The team of the season, Ronaldo. And comparing the Gareth Bale and the Ronaldo to see how they get on. We've got Robin van Persie again with 99s all the way down the top 4 spots, 70 defending and 92 heading, very strong indeed. And Luis Suarez much the same. And if you look at Suarez and Van Persie, Suarez actually has the better card when the two players have been juiced. Because those top spots go to 99 for everyone, Suarez has got 6 better defending and 3 better heading, making him actually a better player than Robin van Persie. But we're going to go and get into a game with this team now, guys, and get on to the subject that I'm going to be talking about today. And the subject that I want to talk about today is the impact that YouTubers have on the gaming world. And that isn't just FIFA related. It is, of course, somewhat FIFA related. I will be discussing the views through FIFA. But in general, it's just the impact that people have, that YouTubers, especially the largely successful YouTubers, have on the gaming world. I want to take you back, guys, to why I'm talking about this topic, and it starts for me in COD 4. COD 4 was one of those games I was very average at. Like, you know, my KDR was around 0.72 or something like that. I wasn't very good, I didn't enjoy the game, but I did play it a lot because a lot of my friends played it. So what happened was, what I ended up doing was looking on YouTube for help, basically, and I came across Hutch and CNanners. And Hutch had a series where he would explain map control, he would show like point positions, and if he just quits I'll be pissed, because those stat cards will just be done. Yeah, you know, it's he showed like map awareness, map control, places to be, places not to be, the best guns to use, the best loadouts to have, and it really helped my time on COD 4. I turned off the back, genuinely off the back of watching Nana's videos and watching Hutch videos for like tips. I became I wouldn't say like an overnight great COD player, but I transformed my account, and before I knew it, like, I was in all sorts of goodness. Like, my KDR was put up to about 1.5, which doesn't sound great, but bearing in mind that when I was playing, I had to get 0.72 or whatever it was. I had around like 30,000 kills. So to get it up to that high, you can imagine how long it would have taken me, and how good that if I started the account fresh then, my KDR would have been probably something like 5 or 6. You know, that's how much the change was. That's a solid little goal as well. Gareth Bale with a cracking goal. So for me, even back then, and we're going back like 4 or 5 years ago now, the impact of YouTubers was huge, because there is no way I would have learnt those things by myself. There was no way I would have known about those. There's no way I generally would have been able to think about those sort of things without the help of you know, the COD greats in my eyes, the guys that I've watched since I first joined YouTube, it takes me back literally to today, where, you know, every YouTuber gets a little bit of shit for certain things, and my certain things are things like using 5 at the back. Bateson has his Bundesliga sweat team. Japes has his 3-5-2 sweat team. All of us get a little bit of shit for something, you know, for something that we show you guys, something that we introduce that you don't know about, or maybe you do know about, and it just made me think, like, the impact that we have, obviously, it goes out to thousands, tens of thousands, sometimes in some cases hundreds of thousands of people, and it gets a very, very negative vibe. But then there are also times where, like AA for example, has a series about hidden gems, where he shows you guys players that you would not have known about before, because you either would never have found them, you would have never got them in a pack, you didn't know they exist. Oh, he's going to score there. Oh, that's a great header out. Basically, players that you just wouldn't have known. And he doesn't always get credit for that. Sometimes he gets people annoyed with him. He's like, oh, you know, for fuck's sakes, I was the only one that knew about this player, or, you know, things like that, things on that part. But I sit there and I think to myself, I'm glad that people kind of get annoyed, because the COD game, the COD scene has increased and improved massively in terms of oh, I'm actually got to score there surely. Yeah, it's increased massively in terms of the ability of the people, and that is largely due to, oh, that's nice, that's largely due to the tips and hints that people get on YouTube, and with FIFA I find it very much the same. I find that if I can help someone with something and it pisses some people off because they don't like it, I'm not fazed with that. But at the same time, there are certain things where it does have a negative impact. So I want you guys to sit there, and I don't want you to think about anything. I just want, if you have an opinion on this subject, I want you to put in the comment section, if you wouldn't mind, the pros and the cons of a YouTuber's impact on FIFA specifically. I know this all came about not because of FIFA, in my opinion. This came about more about because of oh, Van Persie, come on now, because of a few comments and a few of my own thoughts. But I actually want to have a look at some of the pros and cons that you guys feel, and actually talk about them in like a follow-up video, and just show maybe why you're wrong, maybe why you could be considered right, you know, what the differences are, because there are some cons, and some of the cons would be, for example, the market. Because of YouTubers, like, you know, hands down, the market is generally quite fucked. Like, certain players are super expensive, like the rare players that you wouldn't even know about, just they're so expensive because largely because of YouTubers, and not just YouTubers, like it's also because of sometimes price fixers and stuff, but it's largely because of YouTubers. And there are also instances there though, I think this guy's actually gonna quit, I think he's had his day. There are also instances there that at the same time, whilst YouTubers did fuck up certain shit, like, again, for example, let's say we take a player that's super rare and a YouTuber talks about him and his price doubles from 1 million to 5 million, and or that's not doubling, I understand, his price, you know, just it blows up, 1 million coins to 5 million coins. All of a sudden, this player that there's like 5 of on the market, you get like a few hundred, maybe a few thousand people start complaining that, you know, they're just about saved 1 million coins, and, you know, now they can't afford to buy him. The chances are you didn't know about him anyway, so the fact that his price has risen isn't really that much of an issue, because even if the video wasn't made about him, you would not have known about him. So I kind of, I don't know, I'm so conflicted within myself as to what the issues sometimes are, you know. Like, I know we have an impact on the market, I know we have an impact on what people do and how they play, but at the same time, if you didn't watch a YouTube video and you started coming up against people using 5 at the back, you wouldn't think, ah, fuck that NepentheZ kid, he's ruined FIFA. Wouldn't you either question why so many people are using 5 at the back, or perhaps you would go and start using it yourself and have a look at why there's 5 at the back? The beauty of YouTube is you don't have to try it for yourself, because there will be a YouTuber out there that would have tested it for you and will let you know their thoughts and feelings. And if you trust them, if you trust their judgment, then you don't need to test it out, because you will know, yeah, 5 at the back actually looks pretty awesome, or, oh no, 5 at the back doesn't look like it's for me because I can't attack very well, so I need the extra attackers, but I can defend very well, so I don't need the extra defenders. So, you know, in that sense, it gives you that option. Like, there's a YouTuber out there that does player reviews, Pokemon Otani. His channel is pretty much exclusively player reviews. He reviews all of the insane players. He reviews most of the team of the week, like the new ones. He reviews all of the best players. He gets the rare players. He has everyone on his channel. If there's a player that you want to know about, chances are he's done him. Like, if there's a popular player, you know, there are high chances that he has done a review on him. And that's awesome, because that just means that you get to see how a player plays and whether or not you should go and spend your hard-earned coins on him, and you don't actually have to risk anything. Like, the YouTuber takes all the risks. So whilst, again, look at Juan Mata's free kicks. Whilst I do understand that YouTubers do fuck up the market in a sense, they also show you things that you literally would never ever have seen had it not been for the YouTuber. For example, in COD 4, there was, I can't remember the name of the map, it's been a long time since I played it, but I played Search and Destroy like all the time. Like, Search was my favourite game mode. I played TDM a fair bit as well, sometimes Headquarters, but in general I just played Search and Destroy. But on this one map, there's this grenade spot, right? As soon as you start, you run like, I really can't remember the name of the map and it's fucking me off, but you run down a little bit, you go down a set of stairs and you throw a grenade over 2 buildings, and what happens is the grenade lands into a hotspot where basically the other team will generally always tend to run from the start, and you'll get kills. If you don't get kills, maybe you'll get a hit marker. Sometimes you'll get 1 kill, sometimes you'll actually get as many as 3 or 4 kills, and it's just crazy how, had I never seen that video, I would have never ever found that grenade spot. So if I would have died from that grenade spot, I would never have sat there complaining that a YouTuber has fucked up my day because of this grenade spot. I would have just looked at the replay and thought, oh man, I'm never running that route again because I'm going to get hit by a grenade. You know, I don't pass the blame of my failures on the YouTubers or on the tips and tutorials. You know, there's a lot of guys here that watch my videos that are very good at FIFA. I've played many subscribers, you know, not as many as I would like to, and I'll play a lot more subs in FIFA 14, and hopefully we can get some good series going where I just play a lot of subs. But due to pink slips and wager matches and stuff, I've played, I'd say, in the region of a few hundred subscribers, a few friendly games and stuff as well. Like, I've definitely played a lot of you, and there's a lot of really strong players out there. But I've also played a lot of subscribers that are not very good. You know, players that I've battered 7-8 goals, players that have not even got 100 chem teams, and for those guys, I'm happy to show them things like 5 at the back and juiced cards, because in the last video I got a bit of math wrong. I said 2,000 games at 1,000 coins per juiced card is 200,000. Obviously it's not, it's 2 million coins. But the point I was trying to get at is that if you're a casual gamer and you don't play many games, but you've always got like a couple thousand coins sitting around and you're never going to be able to afford Ronaldo, just whack a juice card on like your Nani or your Asaidi or something, and you'll get to experience kind of what it would be like to play with Ronaldo. Obviously it's not Ronaldo, it's, you know, it's everyone's a little bit different in that sense, but ultimately it's much of a muchness. You know, it's much the same. This guy's bound to score. Oh my god, what a save. This guy, I'll be surprised if he doesn't score eventually. Yeah, ultimately it's much of a muchness, and I'm happy to show people that, hey, you can do this, and upon doing this, you're going to find yourself a better player. What the hell is this guy doing? Why is he just giving up? And I don't know. Like I say, the way I want to go about this this video is actually just to get your guys' thoughts first, and then once I've got your guys' opinions, make a follow-up video about the pros and cons that you guys think about FIFA YouTubers. You know, what do they do that pisses you off? And I know a lot of what people get, oh, that would have been really nice. A lot of what people get pissed off about is formation cards, or like formations in general. Like, you know, oh my god, you use this formation, it's ruined my life on FIFA. But some of the pros are like, hey, like, you know, you showed me this player, and I'd have never have known about that player if it wasn't for you. So thank you. You know, like there's literally two ways for it. Two ways for it all. I don't know why I'm doing that. I could have just scored there, but never mind. And yeah, that's pretty much all I had to talk about today. And I want to, like, above that, like, I'll go on Gerrard, weak foot shot. On top of that, like, people used to find things out about games from magazines. Oh, that is a solid finish. Well, that's a nice goal anyway, but that finish, the power he produced, just absolutely insane. But going back to the magazine thing, so if ever there was something that I might have wanted to know about a game, I would have had to find a magazine, I'd have had to find a way, or like search forums on the internet. There was never any video content of how to do stuff in games. Certain games, like, you know, maybe I'm stuck on Tomb Raider, maybe there's a puzzle that I just can't complete and I don't know how to do it. So I'd have to go onto a forum, and I'd, you know, find the Tomb Raider forums, and I'd go, you know, find the bit where I'm asking for, or even just ask for a bit of help and be like, hey guys, I don't know how to do this bit, how do you do it? And then you get people give you conflicting ideas, you get people say to you, oh, you just need to do this, this and this, and it wouldn't work. You get people say, oh, you should do this, this and this, and it wouldn't work. Generally, like, you know, it took you a long time to get the bit that you wanted, to get the answer that you wanted. Now though, if you've got an issue with that same Tomb Raider spot, you just go onto YouTube and Google, you know, Tomb Raider walkthrough, this, you know, this level, this position, and bang, you will have a video not only showing you how to do it, but also explaining to you how to do it. And not only explaining to you how to do it, but if they're a good YouTuber, like, they'll explain in such a good manner that there'll just be no way that you won't be able to figure that out from then. That's another really nice finish from Juan Mata. So lastly, guys, as we've got 10 minutes left on this game, I asked you guys to let me know in the comment section yesterday whether or not you believed in handicap and scripting. I personally feel like there's something there, but after playing with these two juiced teams, I've got to, like, argue with myself. You know, I've got to disagree with myself. Like, these teams are playing beautiful. I've played with Team of the Season teams before in FIFA 12 and in FIFA 11, and I just didn't like them. But these teams, I don't know what it is, they are playing like gods. Well, I know exactly what it is. They've got juiced cards, their Team of the Season cards, like, all of their attributes are like in the high 90s. And I want to get hold of the ball real quick, because I want to pause it and take a look at the in-game stats at a couple of, oh, I don't have it right, there we go. I just want to go to the team management. Hopefully this guy doesn't quit, because if he does, I'll be a bit pissed off. Let's go to Gareth Bale first of all. Oh my god, look at that. Slide tackle and penalties letting him down, but nothing else. Let's go look at his physical attributes. Wow, his agility and balance not as good as I thought it would be. Lewandowski yesterday was a much better physical player. But yeah, his card is insane. I want to look at Gerrard's. Yeah, look at that. Gerrard's as well is insane. Let's have a look at Gerrard's physical attributes. Mental, cracking, physical, very good. And last but not least, have a look at Eden Hazard. Wow, that's awesome. Yeah, these guys, they're awesome. They're really, really insane. And I mean, it doesn't show that on the pitch to the point where they're gods and you can't touch them. What it does is show that on the pitch. It just gives you an extra edge, like that little extra edge. I've mentioned this before, and I'll say it again, like right now. Like one of the guys at EA said to me, like, the difference between a regular card and an inform card should be like 1 or 2 goals per 50 games. Like, they don't make the cards to just really fuck everyone's days up, which is why people tend to complain that the inform cards don't really do much. They're not really worth it, and they're more of a, hey, look at what I've got kind of card. Oh, I saved that. In saying that, it kind of does make sense that the cards, they don't really have that much more attributes. Maybe the Team of the Season and Team of the Year cards do, because they're bumped up by like 5, 6, 7 overall points. So obviously the in-game stats are going to be hugely superior to their regular card. But in terms of the informs and stuff, Van Persie, oh, where's that strength, son? Yeah, in terms of the inform stuff, I think one of the issues is that when you've got a team full of informs, I personally do this myself as well. I go into the game in the knowledge that my informs should be performing at an exceptional level, so I kind of don't play the game as good as I should because I think the cards on the game should do it for me, and that's wrong. So who knows about scripting and handicap? It's something we'll talk about maybe another time. But this is the end of the game, guys. I managed to beat this guy 4-0. That team was a joy to play with. Like, it was really good to play with. I'm actually going to go and play a few games with this team without stat cards on it, because I want to see how it plays without them. I want to see if it's as nice as that without them. This is the end of the video, guys. So if you have got an opinion and a thought or an opinion on all the things I've been talking about, I would love to hear about it in the comment section. Thank you as always for watching. You guys are just brilliant. I get a lot of tweets and messages telling me that I'm an inspiration for some people. But without you guys there pushing me on and giving me the ability to carry on doing this, I wouldn't be able to be who I am. So I thank you guys from the bottom of my heart for always being there through thick and thin and supporting my channel and me as a person. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Peace!